hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. Theron, Mac, hope you are doing well tonight. Oh. We got some stuff to do. We got some work to get done. We're doing runaway action. Something was going on here. Cat is not getting picked up, and we don't know why. Don't worry, I know what it is. It's a permissions problem. I don't know what the problem is. So that sucks. I just know that my credentials are no longer working. It's probably OAuth stuff, and I really don't want to mess with OAuth. Okay, so when I run away, what gets logged down here? One object. One object gets logged. Yeah, exactly. Germ Dove is here. Oh my gosh, she's here. Oh my gosh, Dabble is vibrating violently. Welcome in, Germ Dove. Did you understand? Did you ever understand? I should really update that custom shout out. It still cites you as a Mario Maker 2 player. Tired brain. Makes sense. How was the famed Mario Maker 2 player Germ Dove? Just staring down Cat. How was the back seating from all platforms? Okay, this is fine. This is because we haven't finished making the runaway command. But why is Cat not here? Why is she not a target? That's the question. Oh, it's because this. Oh my gosh, double raid. Double raid! What does it mean? Welcome in, Willow. How was the ROM hack? Mario World 2025. I saw you time out. It was very unfortunate.
Double raid.
Double raid. Dubu, thank you for the 34 months. It's almost a year. Gosh, so much is happening. Thank you all. You bunch of weirdos. GQ, thank you for the lizard party. All right, we can do it. We can finish now. Everyone's here. Did I just not do this thing that I thought I did? Like I could have sworn that I did the thing that I thought I was doing, but here, oh, that's where I did it. I did it here, but not here. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Now we're good. So now both characters should try to run away. So for anyone who knows what in the world's going on, no, wait, reverse that. For anyone who doesn't know what's going on, I'm making a video game. It's called Paper Robot. It's basically Paper Mario, old Paper Mario, but better. How is it better? Don't worry about it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's the idea. Finally, we're getting back to the good Paper Marios. Famous. Wonderful. Game programmer. Maybe. Gosh, we got a lot of lizards in here tonight. How'd you get a load of all these lizards going around? We're lousy with them. Okay. In the world. Maybe. One of. Maybe. All right, so we are working on a runaway command that is going to... Already, I had a runaway command, but it just always instantly worked. This one little wisp of hair is really bugging me. We'll put it over Where is this? Where is this coming from? Here? Okay, then it should go to the side. Just need some moose. I need an entire moose. Oh. So we need to make the runaway fun and interesting looking. Where they're like run, and then they run away. So right now, if you fail, nothing at all happens, but we need to make things actually happen. Goose. A giant moose. I was thinking of having a giant snail. Actually, early copy of the plot, chapter 1 ended with a massive snail. Like geographic snail. Thinking of Goose. Welcome in, Day. Look at all these goose. All right, so we're not going to let you just instantly run away. That's silly. That's silly. But we can have... Okay, so this is... We're waiting for the results. And then when we get it, we're going to append some results here. We're going to append things we want to happen. One of them is leave battle. But instead of just calling leave battle, we're going to call bind leave battle. And that basically prompts it to queue it up, but it's not going to run the function until it's time. What? Yeah, I heard about that. That Willow stole Goose. That's rough, GQ. Goosters. It was Willow. Willow officially owns Goose. That's too bad. There he is. That's him. That's Goose. Oh, you know what? All right. Let me say, I'm not playing Moonrover tonight, but for all the people that weren't here like 5 years ago when we built Moonrover, I will say Goose is in Moonrover. Goose was always in Moonrover. From 5 years ago, Goose was in Moonrover. And Goose has quite the mechanic. Alright, that seems a bit contradictory, but okay. We'll have to seal Moonrover as well then. Alright, so what happens when you... what happens when you phew? I guess what we want... Rover locks. Goosing about. Okay, so we have multiple units that are running. And for each one, we are going to append an action queue wherein that unit zips off screen. Telling me a goose mooned this rover? Moon Rover? Yeah, I sure hope he does. 6th. Custom shoutouts haven't been updated in far too... You know what? All right. Impromptu engagement. Chat, I need you all to decide on a new custom shoutout for Germ Dove. Let's see here. Where is... I think it's user property value. User property value. Is that where we store the shoutouts? Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. So I need to where what's my where clause here? I hate terminal-based querying. I should really get a dedicated user property ID equals 2. And then join on user. Join user on join user U on UPV. Here, look at this. There we go. Gosh, I hate this. I hate that this is what I'm using for this. Oh, I got to do it. Yeah, I've got it pulled up. Hold on. My OAuth is on the fritz, and I really don't want to ever work with OAuth ever again if I can help it. But so until I fix it, we are back to manually adjusting it. Hate OAuth. On UPVU dot user ID equals U dot user ID. Okay, that's something. Order by U dot display name. Dang it. Okay, and then what's our actual? It's value. So we want to select U dot display name, comma UPV dot value. What? No, it definitely no such column. Display name. Okay. There we go. There's GermDub. One right at you. Rat chat. Who do you think that is? Boy, we got so many people that don't stream anymore. Oh, here we go. Chris Pratt. That's Allie's shout out. Why does Simple Flips have an entry? In case we ever need to shout out Simple Flips. It's just 2. Why is there question marks? Oh, that's probably like text. Dog. Oh man, I don't remember most of these. Who are all these people? A talented VTuber dog? What? Man. Curbska, who's that? I actually don't know who a lot of these people are. Anyway. Anu is real. That should, you know what, GermDubs can just be 2. Just that, just 2. That's all it does. What is my command for that? Oh no, that's not. What is it? Is it help? Nope. Doesn't it? Just doesn't. Oh wait, it's gotta be. Hang on. Set. Oh, there's no set command. Video game. All right, hang on. I could have sworn I had a command called set shoutout. I do. Set shoutout, GermDub, video game. All right, there we go. Everyone, make sure to follow GermDub. That's it. That's it. Oh no, I'm not working on my video game. I forgot. Why didn't you forgo me? I get it. I understand. I get it. All right, that's GermDub's new shot. It's just video game. Actually, you know what? You know what? You know what? Better yet. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna be so confused the next time that triggers, and I'm like, what is right? Exactly. We get to enjoy it all over again. What happens to the living units? Tell me, what happens to living units when they run away successfully? This is the successful. Success. Fail. Failure. I do need to balance it a bit. The idea is that the more frequently you run away, the harder it is to run away until you succeed. What bit did you miss? Editing shoutouts. My bot can do custom shoutouts, and that's all. That's all you need to know. It's on a need-to-know basis. Run away, obviously, is what happens next. This is not a facing issue. This is a... this is... I need to move away. I need to move based on the position. Is that Battle Manager that does that? Surely not, right? No. It's got to be an action. A little helper action here to get a position based on... oh, I know how I can get it, though. The pig attack. Pig head bonk. Pig head bonk. Here we go, the oink boink. I did off stream. It's been a busy couple of days. But yeah, it sounds good. Snail Fort has not actually shown up on stream, and I think I'm gonna keep it that way. It's gonna be a secret. The location of the hidden Snail Fortress will not be shown on stream. Okay, the position that you land. Home. Move actor. It's move actor stuff that we need. Move actor. Target position. Target position. Where are we moving? Where are we moving? Oh, actually, let's use wrench hit, because that'll do... move actor. Move in front of. Dang it, it's move in front of. Well, maybe move in front of will get us what we need. It does not. It does not actually get us what we need. Because there's some sort of helper function I have somewhere for get a position based on which side you're on. Oh, here we go. Target dir. If you're on the player side, it's negative. If you're on the enemy side, it's positive. And that's literally all it is. And it also gives me a distance. Okay, it returns a vector 3. Okay, so when you're running away, I want unit... No, I want battle actions dot move... Huh? Yeah? I'll be right back. I gotta get some cashews for someone. I'm not gonna name names. Have some clips. My plan is to grab the P-switch as it falls, and then do a runoff. Oh my goodness! The cheese! Ho, ho. Delightfully devilish. Ho, ho, ho. Yes! Get cheesed! That's what it is. Then you can just kind of whoop. And then you just wait. Pow. Oh, we're gonna beat it. Bop. Drill down. Bop. Drill down. Oh, apparently you don't do it a third time. Oh yeah. And then the final thing is these buzzsaws. That's what it is. Alright. Next time. Next time, I might not bounce off a fish. Charm done. Charm done. As much of a fan, would you say? He speaks the truth. Unit and then distance. Unit and then distance. Let's say 20 unit away. That's probably overkill. Is that overkill? I don't know. Move actor. How does move actor work? Target position, speed, keep height. When have I ever needed that? Actor, target location, and speed. Okay. Actor. Target position. Speed. This is units per second, and I want this to go by pretty fast. So let's say 10. Let's let them zip out of here. Okay, so that's gonna do that. Meanwhile, we're going to, while the running away is happening, we're gonna wait half a second and then lead battle. And also, you know what else? Let's play a whistle. Let's play a whistle sound effect. Oh, that's the enemy whistle. That's fine. That'll get me in the right frame of mind here. But I don't want that whistle. I want a better whistle. Sound effects. Oh, do we even have this one stored here? Guess not. We want whistle fui. That's the one. So this is going to be action whistle. Not to be confused with whistle with enemy whistle. Okay. That. Quick moves, do this, and that's it.
52 months. That's so close to a year. You can't even fit a piece of paper between this and a year?
Turtle, thank you for those 52 months. Nearly a year. I've watched a bit of your VOD so far. It sounds good. I need to finish it. There's so much stuff I want to make it through. I only barely have made it through everybody's direct streams. I was multi-boxing. I had Germdove over here and Dupu over here and the actual YouTube stream of the direct in the middle somewhere. I was like, okay, all right. It was a mess. GQ was somewhere in there, I think. I don't remember who. I don't think I actually had anybody's stream playing live. I watched just the YouTube video live and then had to go back and, all right, now I gotta see everybody's reactions. I have to know. I have to know. All that to say, gosh, there's a lot to keep up with. Making sure to absorb everything that everyone I know ever does is quite a lot of work. But that's just how relationships with people work. Is you have to know everything they ever say and ever do. And if you don't, then maybe you need to reevaluate. Okay, let's see if this works for successful runaway. Need more Jack Black Minecraft. Talk to somebody that I know in real life. That I used to play D&D with some, and he saw the Minecraft movie with his children. And I was really curious what his opinion was going to be. And he said, well, you know what? I went in expecting it to be bad, but I didn't expect it to be that bad. That was good. That was good. They ran. They fled. I think we can actually reduce the speed. Because it's not going to be a complete thing anyway. Let's say 6, because... No, that can't be. I'm the real Dobbs. I am the real Dobbs. Okay, so if you fail to run away, what happens? Well, I want them to fall prone. Like, not like Family Guy death pose, but actually, yeah, death pose would be good. So how does that work? We have our animation player, and we have a victory, tired, summon, sleep, jump, idle, hurt. Oh, we don't have a death animation for Dabble. Huh. We don't have a game over condition. Oh, gosh. All right. To-do list. There was something else. Position swap is still a to-do right now. He's Dobbs. Player dead. Handler. Yeah, Dabble doesn't have a death animation at all. All right. Well then, Cat, what do you got for me? Dang it. There's always more things getting added to our to-do list. Okay. Dead. Ugh. So this is the pose I want for when you fail to run away. I want you to not do this. I don't want this. I just want this one frame. Do we use that anywhere? We have whoa, gosh, I don't even know where we use that. Dead is good. Hurt goes into dead. Sleep, talk, tired, victory, walk, wind up, wrench, hit. So we need to find out, where do we use dead, if anywhere? What do we got here? Change animation to dead when they die. Yes. And right here, what is this in? Add an initialize unit. Oh. Yeah. If you are already dead. I mean, it's just gonna be you're down. Like, do you mean like in combat when you lose all your HP, as like when Kat loses all her HP, or when the entire party is out of HP? Okay, I mean, we could still do the dead animation, but just play it faster. Just play the animation faster. Yeah, just do both of these. Change to dead. I guess we need to do a battle action to append this properly. We need to get the timing set up properly. So let's do a bind on that. Now this should be playing in fast motion right now, because this. Now in this case, we need to fix it. We need to fix it. Which means we're just gonna do this on each unit. Then we're gonna have each unit wait for half a second and then revert to idle. Additionally, we need to set flag. All right, go back to where we were. Idle, set the flag for the unit actor. Reset animation goes back to idle. And we change animation speed back to 1.0. And we have to flip them back around. To face the regular way. And we have to reset. Oh, wait, we already reset the camera. Okay, so that might be everything we need for a failure. I hope. We will see. We will see when it all fails. Should have fake gambling, probably. Hey, Ruby. We're back to our paper robot game. All right, so we're gonna try and run away. We're gonna fail. Cat fell, but Dabble didn't, because Dabble doesn't have a death animation yet. That's why. Okay, we can pause longer than that, definitely, but also let's get a nice, which we'll grab from the audio handler. What is that? Is that this? Clang? Probably not. No. Earthy thud is what we want. But I don't think that gets used anywhere here. Let me see if this is the one we want for hitting the ground. Maybe if we play that pitched up. Mickey wasn't allowed to lose a life, only a turn, because they didn't want to get the impression that Mickey and friends could die. I mean, I think Paper Mario treats it as you're knocked out, and then it's not, oh, your party is dead. It's game over. That's it. And I think there's no reason to go any more in depth than that. Especially because we're not using 1-ups or life shrooms for getting you back in the battle if you fall mid-fight. We're using lemons because they're extremely sour and they just jolt you back up. Yeah, let's use this thud, I think. Unless we have one of these that we can use. This is going to need some reworking, almost certainly. Like, the way that we're handling sound effects and music is not efficient. This will be fine for the demo, but we're going to need to find a new solution at some point. But for now, it's okay. So let's just have this field. Oh, that's for like doors. So let's have thud. And let's pitch it up. Let's take it up an octave. So we'll have field thud. Okay, so we have whistle for when you get away. And if you do not get away, then we're gonna play sound field thud. We are gonna wait longer before resetting. Let's change it to a full second. Oh, let's see here. I managed to rework the title theme into a victory theme for battle, as well as I reused some old music for a level up theme. So what is actually remaining on the musical side? For the demo, we might be good. Was there anything else? Is there anything else that the demo is gonna need? Not that I can think of. That does not. We need an outline on that one there. What is that? That is a status effect card. Right? Is that what this is? Yeah. This right here needs an outline. Or a shadow or something. Outline. How do we do that? How do we do that? Okay, shadow. Font shadow. Oh, it's a little bit. It's a little bit of something. Shadow offset X and Y. Okay, that might look better. We can't tell yet, but definitely looks better on this side. Okay, let's fail to run away. I think we can wait even longer. We can delay even longer. Okay. Gosh, all these things. Get you out of here. It's battle moves. So I'm saying change to dead. Wait 1 second. Let's actually change this camera reset to after that time has passed. And let's make that 1500. And let's see if that helps this a bit. And then let's get rid of this. That might improve things a bit. All right, and also let's jump on them to see if that status effect turn indicator looks a little bit nicer. So the thing that I realized the other day that, oh crap, that's still in a to-do state. I'm not seeing the shadow at all. Is this right here is still... That needs to be like a hotkey. I mean, like this sound here, the sawtooth. Ooh, that's not good. Sorry, what was that? What was that? Fell over, got back up, and continued running. Huh. Why? When we change animation to dead, we queue it up. And then is it something about the unit being dead? Okay, it's not that. Is it this is dead flag? Is keeping it dead, maybe? I'm not actually sure. What keeps Cat dead? When Cat runs out of HP, why doesn't Cat jump back to being idle from the battle actor handler? I guess it doesn't matter a huge deal. We can just change the reset animation to dead so it doesn't reset to idle at that point, and then it'll reset to idle there. But yeah, okay. Where would that have been? That would have been in here. Sawtooth. Volume decibel. Let's bring it down by 6 dB. And we'll see if that's a little bit better. 6. How serendipitous that the number of decibels between doubling audio volumes is exactly 6. Dang it, Cat. Okay, hang on. That's fixable. That is that the animation for dead should not. That's not a looping animation. Okay, why is it looping then? Huh. Why is it looping then? A little weird. A little weird if you ask me. Why is it looping? Like, that's almost certainly looping because of something in the base actor handler. Something that I did because I was like, this will save me time, so I won't have to think about this, but now it's doing it at a time I don't want it to do it. Probably. So yeah, it's probably this right here in the processing. Reset animation to the reset animation. I guess I could just seek to exactly 2 seconds. And then we just assume that the animation is going to be fairly steady. That's probably not great, because change animation isn't gonna change animation doesn't actually change the animation, does it? It cues the animation, but it doesn't actually set it. So that's not great. It's not great. Options. All right. Wait. Wait, how long is that animation? Isn't it a 2-second animation? Get some of these out of here. Okay, partners, cat, dead. Dead cat. That's a 2-second animation. So we change to that 2-second animation. We wait 1.5 seconds, and then we switch back to idle. Well, that seems contrary to what I was seeing, which was the animation playing like 3 times. The animations fighting each other, usually. Stood back up in a hurry. Let's see that again. Slow motion. Falls. Back up. Oh, that's fun. That doesn't respect. I didn't notice that the millisecond wait magic that I've got does not respect slow-mo. That makes sense, but I don't love it. So she goes down. She gets back up and continues running before she gets reset to idle here. Okay, this means we need to be looking at our action queue and seeing what actions are being performed here. This is always an annoying thing to troubleshoot, but I do have the system for it. All right, so let's see what happens here. All right, run away. All right, we have set camera target being launched, and now we have so we got change animation from both of them, set flag, set camera target. Yep. See that again. Set camera target, and then change animation the second time. That's when it's idle. So we got bop. She's definitely going back to an idle animation before that happens. Way before that happens. So this is not the problem then. Change animation is doing fine. Something in here, perhaps. Okay, how about this? If name equals actor. No, wait. What is the name of cat? What is cat's name? Just cat. Great. Love it. If name equals cat, print new animation name. Oh, right. Sorry. Double equals. So this should give us a little bit more information on is something calling this function that we're not expecting. What exactly is happening here? So idle, right now it's resetting to idle, it's resetting to walk, resetting to idle, resetting to jump. All right, so keep an eye down here. Walk, she's walking, she's walking, she's walking. She was never dead. She was never dead. She was always being set to walk. Oh, it's because of the reset animation, maybe. This function doesn't even operate unless you're in one of these resettable animations. So if we get rid of what? No. She's not changing to idle because of, or walk because of this. Her reset animation is walk. Okay, so she's there. Her current animation is dead. Actually, that's what we want to print right here is what is her current animation? It should be dead. I have a feeling somehow it's changing to blank, which would imply something like the animation is finishing prematurely, which I don't think it should do that. It's a 2-second long animation. Okay, just walking. And then dead. And then back to walk. She was dead for 32 frames. She was down for 32 frames. Why only 32 frames? Half a second. Unit. Is it something that's happening here? I mean, it put it dead. Maybe the animation speed change first, because maybe that quadruple it shouldn't add up that much. All right, let's say she doesn't go back to idle. Let's just say she never goes back to idle. Oh, this animation speed happens already right there. Wait, what? Change the dead. Oh, this is still happening at quadruple speed. That's why it's lasting for half a second. That's why it's lasting for half a second, because it's doing this. It's doing the dead animation. So it completes the animation and it doesn't sit on it. It doesn't sit on the animation. So when the animation completes, right, when the animation completes, it considers that a null animation state, and that triggers, yeah, okay. So to keep her in that state, the best thing to do would be wait for about 400 milliseconds. Set animation speed to 0 so that it pauses there, and then everything jumps back to normal there. It's ugly, but it works, and we don't have to do this kind of thing very often. The alternative is to have a variant of the dying animation, which is just that death pose only, that we can swap to, that does loop. Well, still went back to it. You know what? Yeah, let's do it that way. Let's actually do it that way. duplicate that as down. We'll update the notes real quick of my list of, let's see, dead, down, dying animation final frame. That's what that one is. So we'll have down, which is all this, except it's just the final frame. So how do we make that happen? Very carefully. Oop, wait, not scale. Gotta be careful here. Just don't want anything in anything except for the leftmost column on this animation player. And what that's going to do is limit us to just the final frame. Okay. There it is. And then we say looping. Sure, it's looping. All right, so that's called it down. Right, so in our battle moves, we now instead change you to the down animation instantly. Does this work? Did we finally complete running away? A proof of concept. Many thought to be impossible. So where is the shadow on this? I still don't see any shadow on this. All right, fail to run away, please. She really does Family Guy death pose there. Perfect. And maybe we'll lose a few bits as you're running away. That's a common way to handle running away penalty. Is you ran away, you're losing money. Whoa. That'd be fine. Okay, next piece. Running away needs to come with a penalty. This penalty needs to persist between saves. We can do this as just a stat. Runaway level. Starts at 0. Every time you run away, it goes up. Every time you fail to run away, it goes down. And every time you successfully complete a battle, it resets to 0. The idea is this is how much of a penalty you are receiving on running away. This penalizes continuously running away and goes easy on you if you are trying to run away multiple times in a row. So, run away. When you do the runaway move successfully, game manager .stats .runaway level. We're gonna increment it by 1 if you run away successfully. We're going to decrement it if you fail to run away, and if you win a fight, then we're gonna set it to 0. Boy, that was easy. Now we have to actually use that value somewhere. We're gonna use it in the logic for this right here. That's way too much. That's way too much work. I'm not gonna add new animations to every enemy in the game. Admittedly, Okay, Thousand Year Door did not do that, but the remake of Thousand Year Door did actually add animations for every enemy in the game. Sort of a snickering animation that plays when bad things happen to Mario, like getting hit by the audience, maybe, I don't know if failing to run away is one, but there were multiple instances where they would do it. And they added a new animation for every enemy in the game for their entering battle and taking like a combat pose, and then they would go to their normal idle animation. So every single enemy in the game had a little, "Ooh, I'm gonna fight you," and then they'd start idling. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. It's really impressive, honestly. Now, if I had a team of, let's say, 100 people, actually, how many people do you think were in the Thousand Year Door credits? How many people? Ballpark. Okay, so let's see here. So we fill right here. Every time we go up, we increase our fill. So we want to scale this 50-ish. Let's see here. Credits from the fandom. Oh boy. Let's see, can I just like throw this in Notepad and easily parse this? Actually, yeah, because it's these are tabbed. So the headings are not tabbed, so I should be able to search for instances of multiple spaces in a row. And I see 109. No, wait, hang on. Some of these aren't real. Take those out. Count in document 89. That includes things like the debug team and the testing team, who are just, that's just one line in credits, is NOA debug team, NOE testing team. How many people is that? I have no idea. $89 people. So their team is 89 times. Wait, hang on. I have Casual doing the music. Their teams are 44.5 times larger than mine. So I expect to get exactly 1/44 of the success of Thousand Year Door. We're going to penalize the fill rate, or buff the fill rate. How are we going to do that? We're going to say that the fill rate is scaled by the credits of Thousand Year Door. Whoops. GameManager.stats.runaway level. So that's 0. We're going to take that and we're going to add 10. No, wait, hang on. This is an inverse. 10 minus the runaway penalty. Times 0.1. So the idea is that if your runaway level is 0, oh yeah, okay, maybe just negative this. Okay, at a base runaway level. Oh wait, that's time still. Hang on, we have to add 1 to this. 1 plus this value. Okay, so base level is just we multiply by 1. You don't like that, huh? Oh, how did this happen? There we go. If you run away 5 times in a row without any victories, then now this number is 5. So that's negative 0.5 or 0.5. So yeah, so the amount that you fill from each tap is halved. Whereas if you fail to run away multiple times, then the amount that it fills up is actually better than normal. Now this could present a problem because if you were to run away 10 times in a row, you would not be able to make any progress, right? Yeah. So perhaps we cap it at something. Let's clamp our runaway level. The best benefit you can get is -5. If you failed 5 times in a row, it's not getting any easier than that. But we'll cap it at 5 as well. There we go. That seems fair, because it's going to reset every time that you win a battle. 10 real cents. Please insert 10 cents into your CD drive. Please buy a CD drive. Insert 10 cents into it. Okay. Running away works. And the penalty. Okay. Power gears. For special moves, I think I don't want that. I think I just don't. I think I flat out just don't want it. I don't want you to regain them. This is maybe controversial. I'm uncertain on this one. This one may change. We may balance this later. I feel like it trivializes things in Thousand Year Door so that you can go indefinitely. Like there's nothing the game can throw at you. So that's these at the top. These 3 gears here. They represent how many times you can use a special move. I'm really uncertain on this. Because right now, for the cost of one of those, you get a mini game where you and your partner can gain, say, 5 or so HP each, and you can refill your energy by 5 or so. In Thousand Year Door, you could replenish 1 special meter probably in about 2 turns. And with as low as the damage numbers are, in most combats, that means you can very easily, with a little bit of practice on defense, you could easily block or otherwise deflect the incoming damage for 2 turns and profit. Basically, you would be able to continually build back up your health by continuing to just delay the fight. I don't like that. I really don't like that. So I gotta come up with something better. Currently, I'm leaning towards you do not replenish special meter except for staying at an inn or doing one of the fish healers. And that's basically it. Like you get maybe when you level up. Maybe when you level up. Part of me is worried that's going to mean that like no one will ever use the big attacks. But maybe that's the idea. Yeah, blue boomerang is magic boomerang. Or bloomerang. So we'll see on those. Right now there's no way to heal these at all, so that's fine. Okay. While we're here in room B, let's fix this. The fact that the camera like pans up and then snaps to the wrong spot. That's on the to-do list. Oh wait, actually that's on the bug list. Camera transition is in fact wonky. Yeah, but for now, I'm gonna say you don't regain power gears in combat or out of combat normally. That is like you have a limited number before your next rest stop. Mostly it's to deal with like your infinite runs. I think it is overpowered to be able to regain them indefinitely. I think it should be a a resource that you kind of have to keep an eye on. Because it's a healing item that you don't have to spend an item slot on. It's just you get it every once in a while. You just have the opportunity to play a fun game and heal your party completely. And I think that's overpowered. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Gale Boomerang. That's a good item. Gale Boomerang was a good iteration on Boomerang. Because it had an interesting theming and an interesting mechanical ability. He does use that in Smash. I think it's good. I think it's a fun thing. All right, so what's the deal with this camera transition? So that is part of this cinematic here, which is we are changing the camera target, and then we are running this animation over here. What is this animation here? This one here? This one here. Yeah, okay. So where is the camera target? Is here. Is this different? Is this value different from the reset value of camera target position? As a matter of fact, it is. And that might fix it. Let's find out. Aw, but I love Bomberman 64. I still think there is something to the idea that Tunic's architecture is directly inspired by Bomberman 64 for some reason. There we go. That's much better. This needs to be lower than it used to be. The camera code changed a bit, and as a result, things are different than they used to be. That's it. So as long as we don't change the reset one, let's bring it down to like 3. Also, the camera position. Where's camera position? Camera target is here. If I just tilt this down a bit. Oh, I don't need this mesh. I don't need this mesh. Now there's a mesh there. There's a floating mesh over here. Get rid of this. Okay. Okay, yep. Cat, would you stop the bouncing? Cat, please. Okay, it needs to be further left fast, or further right faster. 100% it does. So camera target right here at the end. We were saying -1. Let's say like 0.6. It just keeps hopping. It just happens. I think on my to-do list is changing the method used for determining when the partner needs to jump. I should play Metroid Prime again sometime. It was a good game. Metroid Prime 2, I think, was my favorite. All right, I need it to go further and faster. Further and faster. So let's say 2 and do it by this time. You only played the first one? Prime 2 is really good. It did a great job of building on Prime. It added some very fun, genuinely Metroid-y, like, area understanding kind of things. Like you had to understand the region and figure out how it pieces together. Mario Sunshine. What a game. Okay, I want it to go even farther than that. Let's say 4, because I need you to see that this has created an opening. Yeah, one of the games of all time. I'm worried this jump is too big for requiring that many jumps in a row. I need it to go further. Man, I keep thinking like, surely that is enough. 6. Harvest Moon. I played a lot of Harvest Moon 64. There was no okay life. Harvest Moon, eh. Okay, we officially did fix the wonky camera transition. Done. Partner jump could be fixed, perhaps. Position swap. Position swap? Okay, position swap in battle. We already have a menu item for it. Here is where things get tricky. It implies that I need a way to detect what kind of controller the player is using and show the correct button that will perform the action they need. And that's scary. It's like I can just do a placeholder for now. What things would I want to show the player occasionally? When they latch onto a gear, I want to show controls on screen at the bottom. Like, okay, rotate. If you're using a controller, rotate controller to spin the gear. But if you're not using a controller, I want to say Q or E to spin the gear, and then here's the button to detach, if that's valid. Debuff charm. Debuff charm. Where is that useful? That is useful in some places. Against the prophet, you can go really hard on intimidation with leper to reduce the enemy accuracy and just debuff the accuracy, and you can completely shut him down. Oh wait, no, it's not his accuracy, it's his attack bonus. I think I ran like 3 lepers on one run on that, or something. It was some dumb, very cheesy setup. It was probably 2 lepers, and they would just use intimidation from the back line over and over again. And his attack went so far down that his big scary attack that normally like completely destroys the party and puts them on death's door, it was doing like 2 damage. Oh, it was such a good feeling. It's like, oh, I did it. I did it. All these things suck. I have nothing I really want to work on here. Partner jump. Let's work on the partner jump. Okay, one thing is we need a base, a partner base code here. Partner base. Next thing we need is, how do we extend classes again? There's some dumb way. Well, not even really extend classes. Let's do cinematic steps. No, that's how you extend classes. You know what? I guess this could work. We can extend. Okay, so cat code extends base actor, and instead we can say that partner base extends base actor, and then the partner specific code extends the base partner code. I think that works. Jeez, hi Willow. What you doing, Willow? That is a lot of eyeballs. Okay, so handle follow, that is falling into this now. So we're getting rid of this. Oh, you don't like this, huh? Could not resolve class partner base. Oh, because it's not a class, is it? Technically. Okay, how do we do that? Cinematic steps. Cinematic steps. How do you do? What? What? This is extending a thing, and that just extends node. So that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, close out a lot of this stuff. Okay. So what is your problem here? You don't like entities, partners, partner base. But that is, you do. Oh, it's because this doesn't work. Because jump velocity doesn't exist. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's why. That's why. Now it will resolve. And now this is unnecessary. Okay, and use partner ability. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so cool. Now the only thing that the partner code needs to have is really like, how do I use my partner ability? Which for Leon is apparently in depth. Cat is pretty simple. It's say the line, cat. And that's it. So now we can just work on the base partner code instead. So we say, if you are up against a wall, and you are on the floor, and you are more than 1.5 meters from Dabble, then jump. That's the logic for cat jumping. And Leon jumping. She can jump, she just can't jump well. The problem is, the current logic is the partner only jumps if the partner cannot continue walking forward. So for instance, right here, when I jump on this, as I scoot forward, cat's blocked, she's on the ground, and now she's too far, so she jumps. That's working well. Here's the problem. When I jump to here, cat does not jump because she can still move closer to me. She can still continue moving forward. And now she can't. And so that's the problem we want to deal with is it worth maybe saying like, okay, what if Dabble is up high? Then maybe we should jump, even though we can continue walking forward. So I think that's what we're going to say. Is we're going to say, all right, let's say, and also is on floor, and also we want vertical distance to target, I guess. Which is, Well, that's just the target location Y minus cat's Y position, right? So if how many units up is Dabble? Is that? All right. So if cat is on the floor and horizontal distance. How does the follow work? I don't actually know how the follow works. I need to find that. That's in the actor base. Follow target. 1.2. Wait, that's if less than 1.2. If we have a follow target, then set target location, period. And if we're less than 1.2, then we slow down. So let's just say if we're more than 1.2, is that probably good enough? We're gonna find out. If we're more than 1.2 and vertical distance to target is greater than 1.0, then jump. Nobody's gonna find out anything. Oh no, I pressed F6 and I'm on the wrong scene. I have the wrong tab selected, so it's gonna put me in the void. Oh, I went to the void. I hate it when I go to the void. There are some scenes you just don't want to start on. Okay, so let's see if this works. Oh, hey, that's, you know what? Okay, hang on. Well, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's something. Ooh. Okay, hang on, let's see. Okay. This makes sense because it only happens when you are moving. Because otherwise you're not triggering the 1.2 distance. And also it oh, hi. Can you get off of my head? It waits until you are a little bit forward because she's waiting on you to be a certain height. That's not bad. It's not going to be perfect. You're still going to have this happen occasionally. But it's improved. I could probably make these jumps a little easier. Now that I've modified the jump physics a bit, I think it would be fair. This is chapter 1. Let's make these a little bit gentler. Especially this one. The ending one needs to be the easiest. Okay, let's see if Kat has an easier time with this now. Okay, so we still got room to like walk through. Yeah, that's much nicer. And that means she's probably a lot less likely to land on the lily pads over and over again as well. Okay, I'll mark that one as we addressed it. It may not be good forever, but it's better. Okay, the musicians in room G. Right now, there's no way to talk to them. Not room G. Room E. Musicians in room E. They have no one to talk to. This may be worth looking into for some version. If you walk directly up, Cat is going to follow you. And she's big. Like, she is larger than Dabble. You know, she's got, there's a height difference there. But the result is that you can't see you're the main character when you move directly up. So maybe it's worth having special handling for the partner that specifies, I don't know, that the partner kind of aims a little to the side of where you are when walking. Okay, what do we got here? What is going on here? Where's my mouse? Mouse? Okay. Oh, there we go. I can't do my Control F for some reason. All right, that's fine. This guy. Right here. I don't want him facing right. I want him facing left. Also, I accidentally left the print code here going on the debug line for Cat so that we can keep track of what Cat is doing at all times. We don't need that anymore. All right. So I guess we need a dialogue zone up here for these guys. So they need something to say, and they need an actor code as well. There we go. Now I can use it. So this is Frog Lily. So this will be Frog Drummer, and this will be Frog Bass. And then we need to give them a dialogue zone. We'll give it to the bassist himself. Dialogue zone. How big of a dialogue zone? Is that good enough? Or should it be for the whole set of them? I could stretch this out to extend to both of these guys. And a little bit. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Make unique. Make unique. Always make it unique. There we go. Dialogue zone. So that's the one assigned to the bass player. And then the drummer can have a separate one or the same one? I don't know. How is this gonna work? I'm probably putting too much thought into this, if you can believe it. No one believes it. No one would believe that. Dialogue zone for the drummer. Just get it way out there. I don't know what they say. I don't know what these guys are gonna say. We're gonna have to come up with something. All right, chapter 1 conversations. Right here. We want simple conversation here. They don't have much to say. A1 E Frog Band. No. Frog Drummer says one thing, and the bassist says another. All right, so now we need to actually, now that we've registered that they have something to say, we need to actually give them something to say. What do they have to say? The bassist is tuning. As long as it takes. You have to tune drums. I mean, I guess like melodic drums you do. I remember that in band. But I guess you don't really have to tune like a drum set. It makes a thwack. There we go. Now they say things. Let's confirm that they say things. I really like how this sign turned out. The little frog script letters actually look pretty cool. Oh no, I can push him. I'm really not supposed to be able to do that. Oh, and I really don't like that it's easy to get trapped behind Lily. Okay, Lily needs to move then. Or something. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know what's going on with this. It's like when I'm in the game, it doesn't like me moving around or something. Let's move Lily over. What is happening here? Is dialogue doing something weird? Is initial position doing something? Initial position is top level. Okay, maybe that's what's happening. Let's move Lily over here. Let's move initial position over here. So that you can squeeze through. And why are you able to be pushed around? Who is letting you get pushed around? That's gonna be collision logic here. Layers. 1, 2, and 2. Oh, well, that should be right. You are an actor. Huh. Wait, that's just bizarre. What's going on there? Why are you able to be moved around? Sir? Sir? Is it this bar stool that you're on? Is that what was getting... No. That's odd. I don't like that. Something's screwy. Something's up. Oh, she should have a sign out front for like, what drinks. How did I push you? Wait, did Cat push you? Is that what happened? Like I pushed Cat and Cat pushed you? No? You're definitely moving around. I mean, I guess it's not a huge issue, but it's worrying. Let's move these seats back a bit. I don't like this being here. Kind of awkward. Awkward and weird. Maybe if I duplicate one of these scale it up, it could make like a nice little table. That's vaguely believable. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. They have lines now. They are speaking characters. Like that guy over there. That weirdo. Yeah, that's... I'd say... Yeah, that's totally a table. Oh, I don't like that, but... I guess it's not... I should invisible wall this. What about this corner? Yeah, that too. Someone's gonna get lost. Someone's gonna be like, "Where'd my character go?" You're like, oh, "You're right there. You walked off you're right off screen. I watched you do that. How did you not see yourself do that?" Where's my character? Where am I? That's you. That's you. That's how dumb you sound. Okay, one there. This one I gotta be a little bit more careful about how it interacts with the outside world. Yeah, that's awkward, isn't it? Okay. Let's make it nice and thin. That's probably good. Okay. Try that. Oh. Man, that demo feels so far away. Yeah, you can kind of catch that wall a little bit. I don't love that. Alright, so no. Whoops. Get in. Better. Yeah, alright, that's fine. That is fine. Yeah, you catch this wall a bit, which I don't love, so just like move it in just a tad. Yeah, there we go. Jarring. Okay. To-do list. Knock it off. Knock it off the to-do list. Musicians now have the ability to speak. Player dead handler. What happens when you lose a fight? I really like what the remake of Thousand Year Door did. So let's compare with original Paper Mario Thousand Year Door on GameCube. When you lose a fight, with some minor plot exceptions, you go back to the last save point. Then that's it. That's your options. There's nothing else you can do. Once you run out of life shrooms and you fall in combat, you go back to the last save point. It's as though you powered the game down and loaded the game from your regular save point for the last time you saved. As far as I know, nothing is saved between, like that you did not actually save. Compare the remake of Thousand Year Door. First off, it gives you some options. When you fail, you can either go back to the save point, like classic. You can choose to restart the fight from the beginning, and it basically is like a save state. It's like you reset to the exact same items you started with. Everything's exactly as it was. You get a complete do-over. There's no limit to that. You can have as many do-overs as you want. That feels a little overpowered, but I don't know. It's tempting. And then the last option is restart the room before the fight. This one's an interesting one because it gives you the option to respec a bit, swap out your badges, change who your first partner is, change how you start the battle. It's still overpowered. And I think you can even do those in the Pit of 100 Trials, which kind of takes away any sting. There's not any pressure once you get to floor 90 like normal. In the 1,000-Year Door Pit of 100 Trials, when you get to floor 90 in the original, you start sweating because, like, you've been at this for a while, like probably over an hour. And if you get one bad run in combat, you're gonna have to redo the entire pit. That's kind of that's the thing. And in this, we're not really considering doing 100 floors, but more of like a roguelike pit of just like keep going as deep as you can. Rewards keep getting better. You know, trophies for key landmark, key thresholds, but that's about it. If we do that, then definitely a retry option is 100% not available. Encounter. Okay, I think I know how we can do a reset. We have a system called Encounter Details, which includes. What does it include? Yeah. Okay. So when you enter combat, like through an encounter zone, like touching an enemy, that is when we roll which set of enemies are you up against. And then we load those into an object called Encounter Details. Encounter Details also stores whether you got the first strike, whether you jumped on the enemy coming in for a defensive boost, and then it starts the battle, passing those encounter details along. The battle manager then uses that information to start the battle up. So it is storing the encounter details. So we could conceivably restart the battle, and it would start the exact same way if we just pass those encounter details to the next instance of the battle. So what does it look like when you lose? What actually happens? Do we do a different scene transition than normally? We have these big old. Could we do a different transition of, I don't know, like a vertical gear curtain coming down? Just to fade to black. I mean, at least temporarily, we could just do a fade to black, give you the pop-up of, do you want to try again? Do you want to go back to title? Well, not try again, but restart from checkpoint, or restart from the last save point, go back to the title, and then later we can consider a just retry the fight kind of thing. Oh, something else I think was going on in the remake of 1,000-Year Door, but I don't know for certain on this, but it did seem to actually remember some things outside of when you saved. For instance, if you start a fight, fail, and just say, take me back to the save point, when you go back in to do it again, it does remember that even though you have not officially encountered this enemy before, you are still allowed to skip the cutscene, because, like, well, yeah, you, the player, have seen this, even if your save file has not. Which I think that's very good quality of life. Are we going to be able to do that kind of thing? That's a lot. I mean, it's not a lot to ask, but it's it's something to ask for, which means it's going to take some work. Okay. Let's prepare to make a game over screen. To prepare for that, we are going to remove our inventory so that we don't have any lemons. Actually, I don't even think we have any lemons. Never mind. Okay, we can keep our inventory as is. We're going to change our HP to 1. And our partner HP to 1. No, our partner HP to 0. There we go. So that we can jump right into a fight and just lose. What happens when we lose currently? I'm assuming game crashes. Cat, you're supposed to be dead. Cat. Wait, did I change my mind on that? I think I might have changed my mind on that. How did I decide to handle that? Is it supposed to be that HP, as soon as you end the fight, your HP is set to a minimum of 1? No, it does not look to be that way. Cat is supposed to be dead. Cat is at 0 HP. She should be dead. That's supposed to be handled when we initialize the unit. If the unit has 0 HP, yeah, we're supposed to be dead. Change animation to dead. Maybe change animation to down. Maybe that would work. Because that's a looping animation, so maybe the dead just fell through. Or this is the... I do have something else that could be messing with that. Yeah, and that is poison. Poison does this fun little thing. Update actor effect draw right here. That could be what's going on, is it changes the reset animation. It shouldn't. But it could. It's changing the reset animation for sure, but it shouldn't change the current animation. What is doing this? This happens if you fail. Okay, so it's not that. So she's just getting reset to her reset animation for some reason. But that's only supposed to happen here. All right, here we go again. If name equals cat, print your current animation. Because your current animation should be dead. Well, no, down. Should be down. What did we get here? Never down. Just tired. Idle into tired. Where is idle coming from then? Battle manager. We set the reset animation to idle here. Is it something to do with initialization? Because this should change the animation. What else we got for animation? Victory. Idle, that's for the reset, but not the actual animation. Change the animation to down. That should be it right there. Sure, throw this in. Confirm that this is working as expected. That should really work. pre-rolls are now disabled for 63 minutes. Oh gosh, that means we're almost out of time. We're hitting that again. We did hit the test loan. Okay, so this is happening. We are hitting change animation, unit actor to down. Battle action, change animation. Current animation does not equal animation name. So it's going to play the reset animation and it's going to queue up down. All right. Right here, just print current animation. Let's just look at it. Let's just look at it frame by frame. Does she ever hit the downed animation? Because if she loses all of her health in combat, nope. We go from reset to idle to tired. We have 1 frame of idle there. But we're never at... Huh. Okay, well that explains that, I guess. So this question then, change animation. Let's take another look at change animation. Let's make sure that this is making it in here. Whoa, minigame. Everyone loves those. I hope it's minigame. I hope it's Secret Cat. There's the down animate. Okay, so it is hitting that. We are queuing it, at least. Game, but small. So queuing an animation, good. It's a good start. Oh, but then reset animation clears the current queue. Ah, that's probably what's happening then. That is probably what's happening then. So I think I don't want to do this business about change animation because that does this queue business. I think instead we're gonna grab the animation player directly. And then we're just gonna play down. It's just crazy enough to work. This should only happen if a partner is already at 0 HP, which is pretty silly. Okay, well that didn't work. Don't like this. Okay, some possible alternatives is the whole reset animation business. Update actor effect draw. If HP is 0, and we're on player side. And what? When does this get called? Oh, look, this gets ticked when the status effect changes. Oh, but it also gets ticked when player side units starts. So it's like that maybe this could work. If it's 0, then reset animation equals down. I don't know if this is gonna mess with the animation for dying. Just work already. All these systems combining in weird ways. Cool, she's down. Great, we did it. Okay, now skip turn. Oh yeah, I can't take damage the first round. It's a secret. Actually, it's not. It's not. I've mentioned it before. Okay, so this should crash the game or something. No, Dabble just... Oh, okay, it does lock up. Good. It's true. There's a paper robot skin in Starground. Chip was working on skins the other day. I was like, oh, finally. It's happening. Do I have that? Where did I put that? Where's my Starground folder? I may have just deleted that, honestly, because it was done. I finished it, so I was like, all right, we're done. It's out there. Oh, wait, here it is. Yeah. There he is. There he is. Okay, you made Narp. It looks good. We do need to play Starground on stream sometime soon. Dabble is in. Dabble made it. He's in a video game now. All right. So what's happening here is Dabble is not getting a turn because he has no health, but because no one on the player side is getting a turn, it can't trigger the event that passes the baton to the enemy side. It looks a bit different, probably. I sent it to Chip months ago, and I would not be surprised if the specifications changed a bit since then, because that was before he had actually set it up. Should have asked for an orc. I don't know how feature complete the skin system is at this point. Okay. Now you can start dead, which is great. So now we need a you are dead system. Okay, wait. No, now Dabble needs to have a death animation. Oh man, animating. Here we go. It's been a while. You guys remember how this works? Because I don't. First off, we need to do it in 2D, which is great. Starground's seen a lot of growth, which I'm really excited about. It's really fun. This is what I like about playing Minecraft on a server, is every so often you check in on the server, you're like, I'm gonna go back over to town, and then suddenly there's this huge new skyscraper or this massive farm. It's like, ooh, it's the excitement of going somewhere and seeing the development, the progression of things over time. So every time I pop in for a bit, Chip stream, I'm like, oh yeah, it's happening. Things are happening. We want to take the sprites from, okay, body, wheel, head. Great, cool. So animation player, we want to point that at the animation canvas. reset. Or something's screwy here. Okay. Animation player. Point it back at the sub viewport. Get rid of these. Should not be any related tracks, but whatever. Okay, take this animation player, repoint it to the 2D version. Where is his other arm? Where is right arm when hurt? Hello? Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, gosh, look at that. Look at that. How long has that been like that? That's probably been busted for a while. Starting grind on your server, send in fan art channel. Nice. All things eventually become Minecraft. That's probably been missing. His arm has probably been missing in that animation for a while. Oh, that's fun. Okay. So, the rules on the death animation. Same with Cat, which is it has to start as a hurt animation. Gotta be called dead. Needs to be 2 seconds long and ends with being on the ground dead. I guess after 1 second is fine. So it's got to start with the hurt pose. So let's take our animation player. We're going to duplicate hurt into dead. Boy, I can't believe we've made it this long without actually having a death animation for poor old Dabble. What is the final pose gonna actually look like exactly? Let's find out. Going passed out forward. Perfectly cubic. Wheel is gonna be, what is that extra little bit on the wheel? I don't even know. And then head. It's just. Oh, maybe he can just like. Have a good night, Willow. That would look really silly. See, that's not good. I want him to like seize up for a bit and then just. That's not bad. His eyes need to change, though. We need the eyes region rect. Or face. This one has to be... We have to be careful to make sure this is set to nearest value, interpolation mode. Damaged anvil. Ah ha ha. Face region. Oh, this one right here. That's our face region. That's our new face region. About 600, 200. Okay, so we're gonna duplicate it like here. 600, 200. Oh no, he shut down. I feel like the eye should still be round, but just like dim. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, it's gonna get worse though, guys. I don't want to give you any spoilers for the final chapter, but oh, it's gonna tug at your heartstrings. I do feel like the left arm container should go -90. I think. Nope, +90. Should he have an error message in his face? Not really. He doesn't really display errors. He doesn't have a display of any sort. He needs to very much have the... That's his face. 3 horizontal lines. What is this, Undertale? Okay, so there's our dead animation, and now we can duplicate that for down. I don't know that we're gonna need down as an animation, but we're gonna have it available. So down is a looping animation. Looper. A looping animation. If we ever need to jump straight to that one. Okay, so now the player can die. Good, good. Loading, loading. Fight pig. Dabble's not looking tired right now. He's actually not looking anything right now. He is... Right, I know why. Dang it. I didn't reset the... So, in order to animate in 2D like I was, I have to change what the animation player is pointing to, what it's animating, so that I can animate in 2D versus actually have it display in 3D. Because it is annoying to drag things around in the viewport. Uh-oh. I saw that. I saw that. Don't think I didn't. Oh no. Is this suddenly a paper robot creepypasta? And then they just laid there dead. And then he bleed realistic blood at me. And pigs swear. So we need an event for that. We need an event to watch for in the same way that the battle manager can watch for... Battle manager can watch for victory on win fight. That happens right here. If you're out of enemies, you win. The paper drowned. Oh no, paper drowned. This is my old cartridge of Paper Robot. So we need an on-lose fight mechanic here. All right, so if player side units dot all meet the following criteria, HP dot current is less than or equal to 0. And I need to make sure we're careful about, like, what if I have the ability to come back up? So let's have a print lose here, and let's give ourselves a lemon. It is just called lemon. The lemon is the revive item. So if it is in our inventory, it will be automatically given to us. It should not be automatically used on Cat. Dang it, it was automatically used on Cat, and she's still down. That's not good. I'm starting to lean towards partners can not be down. Like, they always start combat with 1 HP. Or I guess end combat with 1 HP. Maybe. So, wait. Victory is not based on that. It's based on if, as long as Dabble goes down, that should be the end of the fight. Yeah, revive is broken. Cool. Great. How does this work? Oh, it just calls the... Okay. Combat, get single target heal function. Oh, and that's it? That's it? How does that work? So I think in my rush to get Cat to start dead, which is this right here, we broke the lemon. The lemon is defective. Gosh, I'm tired. Okay, everyone's at 1 HP. All right, someone needs to die. That's fine. I don't like that he's... But no, why did you do that? Why'd you do that? You're dead. Stop it. All right, so we're not quite ready for that. Okay, where is the automatic lemon usage functionality happening? It happens in Revive Ally, which happens during enemy side turns and player side turns. Oh, it looks at everyone. It prioritizes reviving Dabble. If Dabble and the partner both go down in the same action, Dabble is prioritized, because Dabble going down and staying down is the lose condition. So Dabble being dead can be expressed as, I think maybe the most straightforward way to do it is not player side units, but we'll do a, if Dabble is dead and no lemons. If Dabble is dead and you have no lemons in your inventory, then you lose. Good day, sir. So where is our player? Get dabble unit. Here we go. Specifically, only look at the dabble unit. If dabble unit .hp is 0 or less and you have no lemons, that is when you lose. Now, there is a chance that the details of what happens when you lose will change per battle. I don't like the concept of forced loss in a fight. In RPGs, I don't like that because mechanically you can be disadvantaged by that sort of deception. The game says, here is a really hard fight, and you're like, okay, it's time for me to bring out those special items I've been saving for really hard fights. And then you find out, oh, it's a scripted loss. There's literally no way to win here. You just wasted all your really good stuff that you've been looking forward to using. That's an awful feeling, and I don't want to do that. If I can avoid it, I don't want to have any actual scripted losses anywhere in this. Now, like, you win, the plot progresses, but in doing so, oh, bad thing happens. That's okay. You achieved the game's victory condition. Even though, like, in plot, something bad happens as a result, that's fine. But using your really powerful items should never be a, well, nothing happened, because you misinterpreted what this was. I hate that. That said, there are some fights in Thousand Year Door that you can win or lose, and the plot keeps going regardless, either way. That's weird. But I like it, and I do want to make sure that we leave, you know, somewhere in here we can stick in some kind of we've got this thing called a battle script, which is basically just listening for events that the battle reports on, like, hey, this person just used a move, this person's HP dropped to this threshold, whatever. And then the battle script can do scripted events as a result. We're going to use them a lot for boss fights. Like, oh, the boss has some quips to say at certain key points in the fight, or if you do a specific action, the boss will respond with a specific move. That sort of thing is handled by the battle script system that we've built out. We already have one such battle, which is meant to be the tutorial fight, but we're going to recycle that same system for all sorts of different fights within the game, because I think banter with the boss is fun. I like that. Okay, we've got an end stream. The current, you'll never lose a fight, ever. You're gonna get into the infinite pit, and that's it. That's the last game you ever play. All right, so the current thing we want to fix is combat. Specifically, the death animation is jittery and not sticking. Something keeps undoing the death animation, and it's really bugging me. We're gonna this is the time I end every night, if not earlier. My schedule is I have to sleep, and I can't start very early in the day because I have a family that I like to hang out with before stream. So I'm kind of sandwiched. I need to figure out what's going on with the death animation, but it's not a blocker for the game over screen. We can still work on the game over screen tomorrow night, even if the death animation right now is not quite doing what we expect. I don't know what is overruling it. There's this system where, you know, everything's trying to be very helpful and saying, oh, you have an actor that is standing still and is touching the ground, I need to switch him to the idle animation. Like, no, don't do that. He's dead. I need to figure out which of those mini systems that is trying to help is currently not aware of the concept of death. So we'll figure that out, and then we'll do our what to do when the player dies. This is just content. The Fish Mystic. That's just a conversation and a little cinematic. This is actually very small. This little lily pad cycle business, I just want to tweak that a bit. This is actually a fairly small thing. Room L, pre-boss and boss trigger. Again, this is a cinematic that is mostly done. It's already written. It just needs actual dialogue. I'm probably going to have like a little bit of character development for Kat here, where she's going to, actually kind of like maybe even grill dabble a bit on like what is going on with the talk to me, what's going on. Yeah, he's gonna fight birds and bees. It's true. Boss trigger, again, not too hard. That's just gonna be a little quick cinematic, but I do want to do a fun boss animation. Crap, I should have sold casual. I need better music for this boss. Fine. It's a mini boss. So this is not going to be too bad. This is going to be kind of fun, I think. This is going to suck. Sort of. Because there's one boss in Chapter 3, the final boss of Chapter 3. I know I keep bringing up Chapter 3 because I think it's going to be so much fun to make. Yeah, I want to do a boss intro animation. I don't know if it's just going to be for the main bosses of each chapter, or if I also want to allow it for the mini bosses. It's going to be similar to the Super Mario RPG remakes, where they get a little, full rendered intro animation, and then the battle starts. Because I could time that pretty well to the music and everything, and it'd be fun. Chapter 3 is the one I'm like, I need that. I need it for that. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up the Chapter 3 music because it's so good. Not the Chapter 3 music, but the Chapter 3 boss fight music. Let's see here. Where is it? No. No. Gimme. Yes, that's the one. Hang on. I think that's the one. So Chapter 3 is Wild West. And I'm coming up with this system where I want every final boss gets different music. 91 track. Every enemy has its own track. No. I really want the system to be that... So we've talked about the MacGuffins being these golden gears that are powering this mystical machine that we're not going to get too far into right now. But I was thinking each final boss of each chapter is not just guarding the gear, but somehow the gear is incorporated in the fight. And so for Chapter 3 against the Wild West, I was like, what better thing could have a big gear attached to it than a moving train? And so I think this is the one. And then we have the camera like zooming in on the tracks, and then the train just... That would be a lot. So Chapter 3, you are going to be fighting on a moving train, because you got to have a fight like that. And you are slowly, just conceptually, yeah. You're slowly working your way up through waves of enemies up towards the engine, which is where you're going to have the final fight. But it's all one long fight. It's not like you do a battle, you win, you move on. This is going to be a phased fight where you're actually traveling across the train. Oh, it's going to be good. I'm picturing like the scenery whooshing by as you're going. Maybe make that a mechanic? I don't know, of like, like, there you go. Like hit a track switching gear, a track switching lever, and then you have a 1-turn cooldown before like something like like you go through a tunnel or something, because Chapter 3's buddy, your partner, currently is planned to be a mole, and a go underground and hide move would pair super well thematically. So there's options there. Okay, I went a little bit long. I'm just gonna end stream. Have a good night, everyone. We'll be back for more of this tomorrow. The main to-do list is this long right now, but keep in mind one of those is do the entire final dungeon, get the whole thing finished, including the boss fight, which I have not even started the boss fight, so that's gonna be something. Okay, good night, everybody.